everybody, welcome back. It's Wednesday afternoon, and so I'm going to film my midweek recording of my journey back to health, where I'm taking control of my own health, doing my own research, and living accordingly. Okay, let me tell you about my blood pressure journey. I started, I'm guessing, 20 years ago. I'd already been diagnosed as diabetic, and the doctor at the time actually told me that he wanted me to start taking this medication that would help protect my kidneys, even though my blood pressure really wasn't high. So he started me on a drug. The generic name is lisinopril. It goes by, I believe, Zestril is the actual pharmaceutical name, non-generic. And it's a fairly common one. It's classified as an alpha blocker. And the doctor told me, like I was mentioning, that this would help protect my kidneys. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. And I believe I started at about 5 milligrams, or whatever, 5 was the dose. Then a few, probably close to a year later, the doctor said, well, you know what, just for additional health and protection, I'm going to put you on 10 milligrams. And I'm like, okay. But still, my blood pressure tests that they were doing were within the normal range. But, you know, me not doing any research, I just took what the doctor said and went with it. Well, so I was on 10 milligrams of lisinopril for quite a few years. And again, of course, I would go in and they would check my blood pressure and it would be fine. Then probably about 3 years ago, my numbers were still okay, but they were showing, according to the doctor, mild hypertension. So he upped me to 20 milligrams of lisinopril. And again, I didn't do any research. I just said, okay, and started taking 20 milligrams. Well, as part of changing my life, taking control of my lifestyle, I started doing my own investigations. And based on what I was able to find out, lisinopril has so many bad side effects. In fact, one of the things that it can do is damage your kidneys prolonged, which is not what the doctor told me. He told me he was putting me on it supposedly to protect my kidneys, but yet if you look at the list of possible side effects, it's kidney damage. So, anyway, as going on my health journey over the last 6-7 months now, I got a hold of a blood pressure monitor and I started checking myself. And I was running in the normal range of blood pressure, what they consider normal, 120/80. In that range, but my heart rate was actually a little fast. I was getting 85, 90 beats per minute. Not real high, but just above what they say, you know, it should be, I think, 70 to 80. Depends on who you listen to. And so anyway, I started going on my low carb to keto to carnivore diet, and within a couple weeks, all of a sudden my blood pressure was dropping, my heart rate was dropping, not low, but definitely not in the mild hypertension or near as fast a heart rate. And also I was starting to experience sometimes lightheadedness if I stood up real fast. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I can back off on my blood pressure now. And I've been checking it. So what I did is I started taking the lisinopril tablet and cutting it in half. So basically I would say I was taking around 10 milligrams, although the pill cutter I had wasn't real precise. So I was on 10 milligrams for probably another couple of weeks. And again, my blood pressure kept going down as the weight came off, as I wasn't obviously retaining as much water, even though I was eating more salt. I pretty much have not been eating salt for several years, because that's what they tell you. So then after a couple weeks or so of not taking any, or taking half, like 10 milligrams, I said, I'm going to see what happens if I quit. So I stopped taking lisinopril completely after about a month of really being on a ketovore, I will say. I've gone from low carb to ketovore. So after about a month of ketovore, I stopped taking my lisinopril. Again, checking the way they tell you to. Make sure you're sitting and resting. Don't take your blood pressure right away after you sit down. Wait a few minutes, 5 minutes or so. Be calm. Have the heart test and the cuff at the level of your heart. Most of them will say do it on your left arm, which I was doing. And almost without exception, the first week or so, my blood pressures were normal. Maybe a little high on the normal range, but not high. Not even in the mild hypertension range. So my heart rate was slowing down. Was no longer running, say, an average of 90. It was now 72, 74, 75 maybe, if I did it, the blood pressure resting. So I did that I was testing, about every day. So then after a couple of weeks, and everything really normalized, I quit even checking my blood pressure every day. Now I check it 2 or 3 times a week, and it's running great. I'm no longer on medication. Looking at the side effects list, some of the issues I have, I don't know if they were caused by this medication or not, but it sounds like the potential was there. I was even wondering if maybe taking this drug for that long, it's one of those things where I was started at 5 milligrams and then went to 10 milligrams and then went to 20. I'm just wondering if my body was being used to having that, and my body would adjust, my nerve system, my potassium levels, electrolytes, whatever, would almost kind of regulate themselves because of the medication. So that after a while, it would probably end up needing more medication. I've talked to several of my friends that are on that same medication that have similar health issues, and they tell me that every so often, every couple, 3 years, the doctors are telling them, okay, well, you're getting older. You need to maybe start taking a few more milligrams of lisinopril, or maybe add a second medicine or whatever it is. So I'm truly convinced, based on my personal experience, I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be. I'm not saying will work for everybody, but based on my experiences, I truly believe that these medications, of course, the lisinopril, Zestril, and others, there's beta blockers, alpha blockers, I don't know, there's different blood pressure medications. They all have their list of side effects that really aren't fun, that don't sound healthy to me. And so now it's been about a month. I'm on no blood pressure medication. I have no problems. My weight continues to drop. My electrolyte levels are just beautiful, in the right range. I don't have any of the issues of electrolyte. I don't feel like I'm retaining water and my feet swelling or anything like that. I rarely get any muscle cramps, which occasionally I would get before, and I think even that was listed as a possible side effect, the retaining water and all those things. So I'm here to tell you, of course, look into it, do your own research, and first and foremost, I have to say, getting on a diet that really helps to improve my overall health, get my diabetes in control, definitely change my blood pressure, my heart rate, all that's different. My body is functioning much better. Not that I'm done, not that it's perfect, but I really encourage everybody. Look at what you're taking. Look at the list. It's easy to find now. Every information, I mean, you can find reliable information even from the drug manufacturer on the websites. But if you take the time and just research what the side effects are, and maybe think about, well, am I experiencing that? And then look into really a healthy diet that can completely change that around. Now again, I know there are people that are going to require blood pressure medications for different reasons. I'm not a doctor, but I'm telling you, if you have any ability to improve your overall health, I think that's a good place to start. It's just eating right and watching your medication requirements go away. So that's my spiel for today. I hope you like it. If you know somebody on medication for blood pressure, share this with them. Again, they need to check with their own doctors, but I really feel that they can probably eliminate, or at least reduce, if not completely eliminate, the need for blood pressure. I'll be 67 in just a couple of weeks. So I've been on blood pressure medication for years. Now I don't need it anymore, and I feel much better. So thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Like this video. Leave some comments. Share this video with maybe someone you know that's on lisinopril, Zestril. It maybe will encourage them to look at an overall change in their lifestyle, in the way they eat, and how that can really improve their health. So thanks again for watching, and tune in next week. I have a couple of special things I think that you'll really like coming up that I'm planning. See you then. Bye.